Alright, my fellow fraudsters, or my tag fighting professionals, I'm here with some updates. So since we last saw each other, I've played in a tournament, I've gone to my locals again, and I've done some practice. I didn't get too much footage of the tournament. Here's some footage of my local. This is old footage, along with some footage you saw last time.
Laters, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
So at the tournament, I went 1-2. At that point, I honestly had barely practiced at all. I didn't really even have many combos going on. I played a Lowy Echo, and after I was out of bracket, I played a bunch more casuals, and I don't think Echo's for me. One of the guys there plays a lot of Echo, and he was kind of just showing me some stuff with him, and the more I was messing around with it, the more it just didn't feel right. So I jumped ship over to Jinx, and I've been playing a bunch of Jinx with Lowy recently, and that's been very fun. I've been mostly sticking with 2x assist like I was talking about last video. I really love setting up traps into missile launcher with Jinx. It's really fun. And using double missiles to run behind with Lowy because Lowy's movement speed's a little slow. So I now have basic combos with both characters. So the other day I finally decided, hey, you know what? Send it. We're going to hop into ranked. And I was leveled out. I did not realize you needed to be level 3 before you could get into ranked. I've basically spent all of my time playing this game in training mode and with locals and with friends, so I actually have not spent any time in the online modes really. So I hopped into casual match, got to rank up. And I ended up playing against a lot of people who pretty much didn't know how to play fighting games. I beat a lot of people, I got some win streaks going. But I did notice a big problem, and I actually recorded a match here to show off some of my biggest weaknesses right now. So I'll start by talking about some of like the system things that I'm struggling with. I am having an issue with my combo routes. Specifically switching the routes between Lowy and Jinx right now because they do have two different style of routes that you go down. If I basically just play one character for a little while, it's not a problem. But as soon as I'm like switching between Jinx and Lowy, I start doing like Jinx's medium heavy and then I'll do down S2, which is what you would do with Lowy. And then I end up just jumping up in the air and completely whiffing the combo. I was getting in a lot of situations where I could have won matches, but end up messing up my combo routing and sometimes losing because of it. And to be clear, right now, I'm not really trying to use assists and combos. Like the main thing I've got going on is this little funky setup in the corner with Jinx and Lowy after she does her S2 in the air. Puts a pretty good amount of corner pressure on them, and I can step back a little bit and catch any tech rolls. I'm definitely not trying right now to use the assist and combos. I'm just trying to kind of use the assist and neutral to help me get in to do stuff. The other gigantic weakness that I have right now is I don't know how to manage people just pushing buttons. Like in 3D games, usually you would just sidestep that. Like you can just kind of step in the middle of them mashing buttons and blow them up for it. And I don't really have an invincible DP with either of these characters. So I don't really know what to do about people pushing buttons in my face. I'm having a particularly hard time with Vi and Yasuo. It's kind of why I chose this clip to show off. Like I'm having a hard time with these characters specifically. So if anyone has some suggestions, feel free to throw them in the comments because I don't really know what to do when people just are running up and pressing at me. What I can say for sure is I'm having a really good time with the game and I'm starting to get the flow of it a little bit. It doesn't feel like raw chaos anymore. I just really need to practice my defensive options in this game. It kind of feels like if I get put on defense at any point, I just die. Which is 100% a skill issue. I just don't know what skills I'm missing. I think that's part of the fraud part of this video series. What I can say is for sure, if we're playing a tournament and I hit you with Jinx's S2, I am saying shoot him if he got him to you. I'm just letting you know, if you're sitting next to me, you're hearing that. Once I get more of a grasp on the combos, I really want to work on some Lowy S2 tentacle stuff because I haven't messed with that really at all. I've just been using her S1 for damage. And I know she has some horrible jailing stuff that she can do to people in the corner with her S2. What are you doing in my shot? I didn't even notice it was here. I'm gonna put this away. I know there's like some prison no jutsu, get stuck in the corner forever, do a bajillion chip, even though she got nerfed on chip kind of stuff you can do with it, but I don't really know how to do any of that, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I think I just need to finish learning my basic combos and being able to execute them, especially when I'm switching between the characters, when I'm like using Vi to cover, not Vi, when I'm using Jinx to cover Lowy tagging out. I almost always inevitably land some sort of like move with Jinx and then drop the combo with that down S2 like I was talking about earlier. But all in all, I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I'm excited to actually hop on ranked. So next video I'll have some ranked footage to put on here. And hopefully next time I'll have played in either another tournament or at least at locals. I'll get more footage of that next time because I think that it's really cool to show off the local scene and us playing. If you want to give me any suggestions in the comment, I specifically need help with defensive options and people mashing on me. I really need help with those two things. Like, I know that Vi and Yasuo, like, that's something I probably could learn on my own by just going into training mode and getting some frame data stuff and learning. But those two, like, concepts I'm struggling with in this game. Thank you again, my fellow fraudsters, and for the pros out there, I appreciate your help. Get out there and support your locals, or come support mine.